Hi, I'm Rick Stevens from Superior Technology Solutions. This is a brief tutorial on how to use the Schoology Learning Management System. If you notice, starting at the very top, we're at Justin-Siena. There's a search button, home, courses, groups, and resources. Those are by far the most important tabs you need to remember. No matter where you are in Schoology, you can get from one part to the other by clicking on one of these. When you first log in, here is the default view. It is the home screen. I previously pressed on home. That's why I see everything as I see it. On the left side, I have my navigation. I've clicked on recent activity. Therefore, everything in the center or content portion is part of recent activity. My right hand or third column is for upcoming notifications. I have a quiz scheduled in my mock course. I have what Schoology has recommended for me as people I might want to connect with, and I have a specific request for me. More about that later. Let's look at the left-hand navigation bar. I am currently in recent activity. If I click to the item below, calendar, I see my calendar. These are the items that I participate in or that I have created. Notice if I hover over learning theory, this is a quiz or a test that I have created for my mock course. Messages is what it seems like. I can also see not only what people have sent me in my inbox, but also sent messages. I want you to notice that if you click on subscriptions, that there are a number of useful articles that you may want to subscribe to or read. We'll skip through these other items, and I want to point out that PowerSchool at the very bottom is the student information system that we use here at Justin-Siena. Schoology and PowerSchool talk to each other. They sync. They should sync on a live basis. That means changes that you make in Schoology for grading, etc., or assignments will be instantly reflected in PowerSchool. This saves you time, it's more efficient, and it prevents mistakes. We are currently in the home screen. Let's look at the top menu bar. Notice that there are four key tabs. Home, which is where we are, courses, groups, resources, and to the far right, any incoming messages, and Mr. Stevens, which will allow me to change notification and other settings. If I click on courses, it shows me the courses that I am a teacher of. These are pulled from PowerSchool. The courses that you see, of course, will be different. If you click on groups, it will show any groups that you have joined. If you haven't joined any, you can find Schoology groups that already exist, which is how I found flipped classrooms, or you can create your own group, which is me creating EdTech PLC. The crown means I'm king or admin for that group. Resources is divided into personal, public, and group. I want you to notice that you aren't limited to what you have created. Many other Schoology users have created resources that you can add. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing place to go and check out. Now let's go to the all-important courses section of Schoology, which is really where the main work will be done. These courses have been created in PowerSchool by the administrators. You cannot create a course. You can, of course, create a group, but that will be a different movie. You will see the sections that have been assigned to you. In this case, Mock Course Section 1 is the one I'm using in this demonstration movie. When I click on it, a brand new view opens up. Notice that at any time I can go back to the main menu bar and change my view. In the course view, on the left side we have a nav bar, just like in the rest of Schoology. The default view is the materials view. For right now, notice that you can manage updates, gradebook, and workload planning, among other things here on the nav bar. For right now, we'll stick with the materials view. You can add materials. I have added folders, but notice you can also add assignments, quizzes, files, discussions, pages, and add a media album. Notice how that replicates the materials index: assignments, test quizzes, file links, discussions, albums, and pages, which are primarily text. When we want to edit something, we go over to the gear icon. If you want to edit an entire course or send messages to a group of students, you would go on here to Course Options. You can then edit the information for the course itself. If you want to edit a component, go over to the gear icon. I want you to notice that I've only created one test quiz. I click on that, and within that, I have a single item which is due this coming Monday. It is called Learning Theory. There's no grading period associated with it yet, but that could change. I can add another test, and I can edit this learning theory. Go over to the gear icon, edit. You see the little pencil next to the word edit. I also have the choice with this to unpublish it. Right now it's published. I'm going to go edit, and you will see that my learning theory test and quiz has a due date. It's a category of ungraded, which I chose. I could use a different category, and on a numeric scale. There are advanced buttons here in which I can make it visible to students or not. That's the same as publishing. I can also individually assign. Right now, grade statistics are disabled because I've chosen it to be ungraded, and comments are enabled. When I've done something that I like, I save changes. It is important to do that. Whenever you edit, then save changes. I close this, and to go back to materials, simply click on materials, and I get my default view. If I want to add another item, I can click, for example, in Unit 1 where I have nothing, I can say I want to add a link to an external tool. And I'm going to add a link. I could copy this link, or I can just type it. And I'm going to go Rick's website for the class. And I'm going to add it. Notice that it pulls in the information, and now there's a link. I could also add files. I can add a ton of stuff. Go back to materials, and I see the organization of my unit by folder, which is the way I recommend that you do it. You can also, by the way, create folders within folders. If ever you want to see the course itself or change courses, you can go back up to courses or here. Mock course section 1. Upcoming event, the only one I have scheduled is Learning Theory as a quiz. That's the puzzle piece. And we've now concluded part 1 of building courses.